Hey everyone, I got a double dose of sales figures for you today. We have the NPD report in for the month of January, plus we have the latest week of sales in Japan. So I figured it'd be nice to go over both of these, and we'll start with the NPD since that only comes out once per month, and Nintendo Switch was actually the best-selling system for the month of January, topping the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, even though Kingdom Hearts 3 was the best-selling game, and Nintendo's biggest launch of that month, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, actually came in at the number 3 spot. But there's additional details beyond all of that, and let's get into it. Alright, so I'm getting all this information from ZHugeEX over on Reset Era, although he just gathered stuff from Matt Piscatella and other NPD analysts. New Super Mario Bros. U entered January charts as the third best-selling game of the month. Launch month dollar sales of New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe were more than 30% higher than New Super Mario Bros. U, which launched with the Wii U in November of 2012. So that's dollar sales, not unit sales. Not sure how that's possible considering that New Super Mario Bros. U launched at 60. This launched at 60. Somehow made more money. I don't know. I don't get it. It wasn't packed in at Wii U's launch. So, sure, I'm guessing that means unit sales must have been 30% higher too. I have no idea. There was a bunch of declines in hardware sales and software sales overall for the month, but the Nintendo Switch was the best-selling hardware platform in January 2019 in both dollar and unit sales. Switch was the only console platform to show year-on-year sales growth. No surprise, Nintendo didn't have any big releases back in January of 2018, so they did this year, and they reap the benefits of that, plus the trickle-down sales from the holiday period. The Nintendo Switch Pro Controller was January's best-selling accessory, with the dollar sales increasing 40% when compared to a year ago. The top 20 titles, if you're just glancing at this, you have Kingdom Hearts 3 and then Resident Evil 2 as the top 2 spots. Not too surprising, the NPD only covers the United States. The New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe at number 3, then you see Call of Duty Black Ops 4 at the number 4 spot, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate at number 5, Red Dead Redemption 2 at 6, Ace Combat 7, NBA 2K, and then Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at number 9, Grand Theft Auto 5, Madden, Tales of Vesperia. Now, this is just a combination of sales. This game is on multiple platforms, including Nintendo Switch, so that's, so there's Switch sales included in that one. Breath of the Wild chiming in at number 13. Super Mario Party down here at number 15. Minecraft, that includes all versions, including the Switch. FIFA 19 includes all versions, including the Switch version as well. And then Super Mario Odyssey rounds out that top 20. Not to let Breath of the Wild be the only 2017 title in combination with Mario Kart 8 to still be on that list. Top 10 for Switch goes New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, Smash, Mario Kart, Zelda, Super Mario Party, Mario Odyssey, Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, Splatoon 2, and Tales of Vesperia. Again, I told you some of those sales were in that total sales in that top 20 sales list. Now, in addition to all of this, we got some sales updates from Japan that I want to talk about. Kind of just an update in general over the past few weeks, but we're going to go over the numbers specifically for this week, or this past week anyway, so let's just jump right into that. So as you can see here, obviously PlayStation 4 had Jump Force debuted this past week from February 11th through the 17th at 76,000. Catherine Full Body at 51. New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe chiming in here, dropped from number 1 to number 3. I had about a 10% drop week over week. It's moved almost 500,000 copies, 35,000 or almost 35,000 this past week. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate dropped 1 spot from 3 to 4. I had a 4% drop, but it sold 29,000. It is almost at 3 million. Some people wonder if it's going to hit 3 million before Splatoon 2, which is down here somewhere. Here it is, all the way down at number 16, primarily because of new releases, right? It dropped 6 spots, and if you look 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 6 new games. So that's what pushed Splatoon 2 down 6 spots. It actually saw a 2% growth to 7,198 units, and again, that is just shy of 3 million as well. There is some debate. Will it hit 3 million, or will Smash hit 3 million first? Right now, it's looking like Smash is going to pull it off, but we'll see. That being said, just looking at some other Nintendo sales, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, it sold about 15,000. It's almost at 1.5 million. Should hit that next week. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is at 12,249, so it's almost at about 2,150,000. closer. Super Mario Party still moved basically 11,000 units right here, moving over 1 million units in Japan, which is huge for that. Breath of the Wild down here, oh boy, still moving 8,235 with a 13% increase to 1.292 million, almost 1.3 million in just Japan. We already talked about the Splatoon 2 numbers as well. The Nintendo Switch version of Dragon Quest Builders 2 is on this list still, and that has moved 3,758 units, moved almost 240,000 in Japan. Now, moving on beyond this, if you actually look at these sales, these are the sales I want to talk about, because this is where Switch is just way ahead of last year's pace. So this week it moved 65,958. And if you look at this, there wasn't really any new games to come out. The only new game for Switch to make the top 20 was way down at the number 20 spot. And it only sold 3,705 units in Nabunga's Ambition Teishi with Power Up Kit. I have no idea what that is. It's by Koei Tecmo, but that moved a few thousand. But I don't think that really explains how these numbers are maintaining, because PlayStation 4 had some great, right here, top 2 titles, and their numbers basically just stayed the same week over week. Switch increased by several thousand units week over week. And this hold is insane, because it hasn't dropped below 60,000, I think, since Smash came out or something like that. It's been insanely just popular, way ahead of last year's pace, where this week last year it only sold 39,303 units. They're almost at 600,000 units already. I mean, we're at the point where by the end of March, there's going to already be over 1 million sales in just Japan alone, and that is huge. I mean, look at the gap between PlayStation 4 and Switch. It is closing rapidly. I mean, before E3, Switch is going to outsell PlayStation 4 in Japan, guaranteed. So I think this is just insane, how well this is held. Now, I did say, it hasn't dipped below 60,000. I think there were 2 weeks where it was like 58 and 59,000. So, don't destroy me for getting the Japanese numbers a little off the past month, but it's been sitting around 60,000 now this whole time, and now it's rising again. And is Yoshi going to boost it back up to 70,000? I don't know. I mean, we're still a month away from that, but some really, really cool stuff here. So yeah, and then obviously you can go down here and you can see the Famitsu numbers as well, which basically are in tandem and are within margin of error of agreement. So yeah, I gotta say, I am very impressed with these sales for Switch to start the year. I think Nintendo's well on the way to hit their new projected target for Switch. No, it's not 20 million anymore. I think they lowered it to 17 million, but I think they're clearly going to hit that. It's nice to see Switch is way ahead of what it was doing a year ago at this time, both in Japan and in the U.S. Remember, the NPD said year-on-year growth. Switch was the only one to show it. That means for the month of January, Nintendo sold better than they did during its first January last year. So it is starting off better this year than it did before. And while it is a little disappointing that games are a bit slow until Yoshi hits, but then once Yoshi lands, April hits, we have a whole bunch of stuff in April. It just kind of takes off from there, because when we get into summer is so packed. If you guys watched that last Nintendo Direct, summer is packed like crazy. So yeah, Nintendo's looking like they're going to have a pretty strong fourth quarter compared to the fourth quarter of the last fiscal year. Again, they're not going to be able to hit that 20 million that they originally projected. It's not that strong because they don't have a major title. And I think part of Nintendo's original 20 million projection, I firmly believe, included Fire Emblem Three Houses landing in this fourth quarter. That's obviously not happening. They did apologize for delaying it out of spring, so whatever, at least we have an exact release date for that game, and it actually looks really, really good. I don't know about you, Fire Emblem Three Houses, to me, it looks like a Fire Emblem game, but it's in HD, and it just looks really, really good. Hopefully the game can live up to my current hype levels, because I'm expecting quite a bit out of this new Fire Emblem game. That being said, be sure to enter our Nintendo Switch Super Smash Bros. Ultimate giveaway through the Gleam.io link down in the description. It is a 50,000 subscriber giveaway, so when we hit 50K, I'll announce the winner of that giveaway. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in. I love your faces, and I'll see you in the next one. Philip DeFranco is going to copyright strike my video now, isn't he?